tinokunda muZimbabwe tingabatana tinokunda tikabatana tinokunda muZimbabwe tikabatana tichakunda isu tikabatana tinokunda muZimbabwe tikabatana tinokunda.
Good morning, Zimbabwe. We are coming to you as the MDC Youth Assembly. We are concerned, we are worried and saddened by the call by one Mathema Danda to the effect that they are planning to change the presidential age from 40 to 52. We take this as a direct attack, as a direct assault, a direct onslaught on the young people of this country and every other person who aspired to lead this country. We are taking this as an anti-Chamisa amendment. We are worried that Mathema Danda, together with a few rogue elements within the war veterans section, are calling for an amendment which they think will stop the people's president from taking over. We are concerned that at this point, Mathema Danda wants to take us 25-30 years backwards. This is a retrogressive amendment. This is a retrogressive thinking amongst the war veterans, and want to believe that this is not the true reflection and this is not a true agenda of the war, of the real war veterans and genuine war veterans who fought in the liberation struggle. The principle in the liberation struggle was that each and everybody was supposed to be given a one man, one vote, and also that each and every person was supposed to get an opportunity to lead this country. So when you have a situation where the fascist and Smith regime is taken as a better regime than the Mnangagwa regime, will have a problem. So we're challenging Mathema Danda today to stop hallucinating and to stop dreaming that he will change the presidential age limit from 40 to 52. If anything, as the young people of this country, we're hoping that we're going to push with the powers that be and the authorities that be, that this presidential age limit actually be reduced to a minimum 30 years before we can outrightly do away with presidential age limits. We've had young people that have done very well in this continent. We've seen Ms. Maimane in South Africa, we've seen Julius Malema from South Africa, Bobby Wine, and all the other amazing young leaders that are doing very well in their countries. But we've never seen the ANC regime, as the case of South Africa, coming up with such draconian moves, coming up with such stringent rules that are meant to disenfranchise young people. So this is a call to young people across the country. This is a call to young people across the globe for them to stop this movement that is started, a movement where older people and the older generation do not want to accept the realities that things have moved, and the demographic dividend that we carry as young people should be taken over. Zimbabwe has more than 67.5% of young people in this country, and for anyone to insinuate and think that they will sit back and allow this country to be taken backwards, this country to have a minimum age of 52 years as presidential age limit, is unacceptable. We have noted that going forward, we are going to be talking to our colleagues from across the country. We're going to be talking to colleagues across the political divide. We want every young person to come on board. We want every young person to understand that the onslaught, the assault on President Chamisa is not only a Chamisa issue, but this is an issue that will affect every other young person as we go forward. This will affect every other person that would want to assume office at some point. So this is not about Chamisa. This is about a young generation coming on board to claim that which belongs to ours. We believe that Mathema Danda is declaring a generational war with young people in this country, and it will take a generational effort and a generational consensus to fight against these amendments. And we know they want to fast track these amendments as they go to the conference in December. And we are appealing to our colleagues. We know that our colleagues from the ZANU-PF Youth League, they are vehemently against this clause that will limit even their opportunities and their potential to become presidents. We would want a situation where we have a young person in ZANU-PF also contesting to become president, and with this 52 age limit, this will be something that they will not realize in their lifetime. So we are calling all colleagues, ZANU-PF included, youth movements, civic society, to come on board and fight this amendment and make sure that we put to rest there are people like Matima Danda who believes that they still have a role to play. In any case, it's not our problem that Mugabe stole into their time. The problem we have people like Matima Danda wanting to cling on to power is that their time was stolen by Mugabe, who overstayed in power. And they cannot punish the next generation. They cannot punish us for the sins that were committed by Mugabe, and which they also aided. We are worried that Matima Danda, a petty beggar, whom we have assisted at Harvest House when Mugabe was fighting him, somebody whom we gave bus fare to go and come to court from Gokwe, somebody whom we gave solidarity as young people in this country, as young people from the MDC when he was being held at the courts by Mugabe, can wake up and want to bring up an amendment and bring up an issue that is so divisive, that has the capacity of degenerating or making this country ungovernable. So we will not rest as young people. We want to advise Comrade Matima Danda to come back to his senses. We are worried that with the level that Matima Danda is going, we suspect that he is suffering from psychotic disorders, and you would ask the government of the day to assist Matima Danda by taking him to the nearest psychiatric center that can assist him. We know that in this country we've had the challenge of several war veterans that have failed to rehabilitate themselves. While it's to appreciate the efforts that have been done by other war veterans that came and they underwent rehabilitation either by the state or themselves, Matima Danda is a good candidate for rehabilitation. It's said that 38 years after independence, he has not availed himself for rehabilitation. And we are calling for the government of the day, we are calling for stakeholders to make sure that they rehabilitate Matima Danda, they take Matima Danda to the nearest psychiatric center so that he's able to be rehabilitated and he can come into this, he can understand what is happening in this country. We are also aware that genuine war veterans are out there, and we're asking them to come out in the open. We're asking them to support the young people in this country. We know that when they went to the liberation struggle, they were just but mere young men and women who wanted nothing but the liberation of their country, who wanted nothing but the emancipation of their people. So we want the older generation, want the old guard, the genuine old guard. We're calling upon those who have the principles of the liberation struggle, who still carry the values of the liberation struggle, to come out in the open and dismiss with the contempt it deserves the announcement by Matima Danda. For we believe that all the genuine war veterans out there are not in support of that. If anything, we have seen real war veterans like Dumiso Davenga, we have seen real war veterans like Pakachi Poer, we have seen real war veterans like Brigadier Mtambara actually encouraging young people and saying that this is the time to pass the baton to a younger leadership. This is the time to pass the baton to President Chamisa, who is representing young people and who represents the aspirations of a lot of people in this country. So this is a fight that we are prepared to take. This is a fight that we are prepared to make sure that we will pursue to the end. This is a fight that will make sure that once and for all we deal with people that do not appreciate that their time is up, who do not appreciate that they need to move and they need to give the younger people an opportunity to lead themselves. So as we come to the end of this, I want to assure Zimbabweans, I want to assure young people that we will be at the forefront of pushing for the cancellation of this announcement. We are going to be asking young people across the globe, across the political divide, to come in their numbers and support our stance that we cannot allow Matima Danda to dictate what is going to happen. We are not going to allow Matima Danda to stop the train that is moving. We are not going to allow Matima Danda to play around with our future. The life expectancy rate of this country is just about 39. So it means we are only leaving the leadership of this country to just a minority group. At 52, the people that we have that are above 52 are just but a minority in this country. So you cannot allow a situation where the minority are going to dictate what is going to happen in this country. So this is a fight. We're not expecting this from ZANU-PF. We're not expecting this from Matima Danda. But I want to assure him, I want to assure anyone who's going to be convinced by Matima Danda that they should brace themselves for a fight with the people of Zimbabwe, and they should brace themselves for a fight with the young people of this country. As we're not going to leave anything to chance, we'll make sure that we push and we make sure that we allow every other person, regardless of their age, to be given an opportunity to lead us. And this behavior only shows that these are people that have lost an election. This behavior only goes to show that they are afraid of the Chamisa effect that might come into play again in 2023. We know for a fact that President Chamisa won this election. We know for a fact that President Chamisa is a darling of the people of Zimbabwe, and in their wisdom, they've decided to give him the keys. They've decided to give him the leadership mantle in this country, and we will not rest until we realize that. We will not rest until we deal away with people that think in the mode of Comrade Matemba Danda. So what Comrade Matemba Danda to apologize to the people of Zimbabwe? What Comrade Matemba Danda to apologize for thinking that they can even decide, they can think of changing the age from 40 to 52. This is a fight that we are ready to put our lives for. This is a fight that goes beyond Nelson Chamisa as an individual, but it's a fight that will make sure that as young people we are safe, and as young people we stand the chance to also lead, to elect a person of our choice, and also to be elected into positions of leadership, and specifically in the office of the president. I thank you.